Yeah, I need my weed ready for this salute.
Yeah, yeah. Light it, man.
Let's do it.
Peace, y'all out there. Tap back in once again, episode 50 of them boys, Ringside Club.
Damn, y'all, there's so much going on. We didn't even realize it's episode
Yeah,
50
Yeah,
today.
yeah, I
Five
forgot it
oh
was. Yeah, I forgot it was
Wow.
episode
episode
50
50.
five.
today.
Some things that's been going on, you know.
Where?
It's a lot happening, but we're live right now on YouTube. We are live right now on X. So peace to y'all that are checking in, hanging out with us tonight. Like we mentioned before, a lot going on in the world of professional wrestling. Most importantly, we just lost Terry Funk at age 79 yesterday. We just lost Bray Wyatt at age 36 today. So
Golly.
rest in peace to Terry Funk. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Usually we start this off with a 10 bell salute, but it's way more appropriate to start this off. Pardon me, we usually start off with a survey, but it's way more appropriate to start off with a little moment of silence, 10 bell salute for Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. There you go. Yeah, man. Once again, rest in peace to Terry Funk. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. Let's pick the energy up,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Let's celebrate both of those gentlemen. Celebrate pro wrestling, and let's get the show started right now.
Peace to the gods, the ringside club pod. My name is A.O. Say you're around the Don. Blame Boogie while you at it, blame Chad Law. K-Fave is dead, break the fourth wall. Whatever style, whether it's lucha or strong style. Come through the beam, we fly, burn the bar down. Back to the pad, chop it up for the par. Ringside club, intro to the squad as the show starts.
Peace to y'all, man. Peace to the gods, man. Peace to the earths, man. Episode 50 of the Ringside Club, my favorite pro wrestling podcast. Definitely soon to be yours, man. Episode 50. How we doing, gentlemen? How we doing?
We're here, baby. We are
We
here.
blessed. We blessed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blessed.
Man. You holding up.
Love
man.
all
You
y'all,
holding up.
man. Love everybody out
up.
there. Love my family. Shit. This shit is crazy. Life is short, baby.
Life is insane.
Absolutely, man.
Life is insane. But yeah, man, it's all love over here. Love to you gents. Love to everybody that's tapping in with us. And has tapped in with us so far for 50 episodes, man. I think that's definitely worth mentioning once again. But yeah, man, heavy hearts over here. So before we delve into obviously the news that just broke earlier today and broke yesterday, let's go around. We introduce ourselves. We are gonna have a little bit of fun this episode. Of course, we have the AEW All Out coming up this weekend. Yeah, at Wembley Stadium. So we'll see if I can hold on to my title coming out of England, man. I'll make the trip over the pond. We'll see.
Come on,
We'll
bro.
see.
Come on,
See,
bro.
bro.
You know you're in dire jeopardy, bro.
Yeah, you said that for SummerSlam too. Came out of that unscathed.
You're in my second. You're in my second home country, man. Come on.
Come on, man.
You know you gotta play
drops
my
for you
theme
today.
music. You know you gotta
Ain't
play
no
my
drops for you
theme
today.
music. You know what I mean?
Drops, man. Dynamite Kid is my cousin and shit, bro.
Come on, bro.
Peace to Zack Sabre Jr. But yeah, man. I happen to be your. Well, let's get it right. So for starters, you can head up to the ringsideclub.com for all of the previous 49 episodes. We usually live every Thursday right around this time. Tap in. But if you don't catch us on there, catch us on demand. All the videos, of course, at YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. For the audio, you can subscribe. You can rate. Hit us with a little 5-star action. Make sure we could beat the algorithm game. You know what I mean? Tap in. You can subscribe. Make sure you hit the play button. Let it run through so the ad money trickles in 1 penny at a time. You know how you build. But yeah, man, this is the Ringside Club. My name is AO. I'll pass it around to my mans in them.
Yes, sir. You already know. It's Ron the Don here once again, episode 50. Thank y'all for checking in for 49 episodes. Thank y'all. We salute y'all. You know, buy the merch, buy the coffee, buy all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Book was good, my guy.
What's goody? Usually, Westside Gun will roll out the red carpet for me because I haven't like that on this podcast. But today's kind of a somber occasion. We're gonna pick the energy up in a sec. But honestly, not to advertise already, but honestly, huge thank you, shout out to Blazy Susan today, who dropped a pack off at the house. I have more cones and rolling materials than I'll probably ever need. That's a lie. I smoke a lot. But it was a very necessary pack today because I needed to smoke a lot today. It's been a strange one. So shouts out to them. But yeah, Blame Boogie. You could catch me not in public, probably somewhere with my family minding my business. Or on this podcast. If you happen to comment on something and piss me off, I'll probably reply. But other than that, yeah, I'm here. So, Chad, what you got for me?
What up, though? What up, though? It's the kid, Chad Law, CHADLAW, Young Gaddafi himself, Gaddafi Gang merch. IReallySeenIt.com. Go pick it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Toronto this weekend. Elijah Rosario. Next stop on the Dad Tour continues. Discovery After Death, the album out now from Durham, North Carolina's own Elijah Rosario. We are on the road. We are coming to a city near you, viewers. Next week, we in Nashville, and we in El Paso, Minneapolis, Portland, and the rest of September.
Word of advice. I know you probably know. While in El Paso, do not take the exit for Juarez, Mexico. Just stay in Texas.
All right.
Life will be much
Good
smoother.
to know.
I've
Very
had
good to know, my boy.
Actually, shouts out to a couple of people real quick. We'll pick the energy up real quick in here, AO. Shouts out to Mo, Roddy, TY, my boy
Jets.
Vinny. We were literally on tour in 2015.
Nick.
We called it the Weed Olympics because we had to smoke about, I think it was maybe an ounce and a half or 2 ounces of weed before we crossed the border from El Paso to Juarez. So we're in this huge white Suburban, and the funny part of this story is we got pulled over and in trouble in Detroit and nowhere near Texas, but or Mexico. But yeah, we passed the border smelling ridiculous. I don't think they even really cared. They just let us through. So it was really interesting, nerve-wracking experience. Don't go through the Weed Olympics and then drive through a border. It's not suggested.
Not going to Mexico, bro. Don't worry. I'm staying out of AAA this weekend. Or next, you know what I'm saying?
Well, shit, if you're QT Marshall, you could do what the fuck you want, can't you now?
Big chat.
Hey, and he just read up on a contract for those that cared.
I will say, I don't think, as much as we don't like the on-air persona, and we're not supposed to, I feel like he has his place, and I'm pretty sure he's like a coach and something else behind the scenes. So yeah,
Doesn't he have a
shouts
school
out to
or
that
something?
man for feeding his family, bro. Fuck it.
He runs the
Nightmare Factory.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Word.
He caught me on a good day. I'm not hating today. I'm gonna chill the fuck out.
Yeah, it's all love.
Yo, the objective hater might still be on deck, man. It's all right.
Word.
Things
Yo,
be like
peace,
that.
shouts out to Star, bro, the original objective hater.
Yeah, man.
We love Star from Star and Buckwell.
The hater misses
Hey, yo,
nothing.
take us somewhere. I don't know what we're doing. We going to the predictions now?
Nah, let's talk about Ted.
yeah, that's
Damn,
right.
that shit just
Let's do
logged
it.
me out. Let's talk about Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt for starters.
Sure.
Actually talk amongst yourselves for 30 seconds while I log back in because that's crazy.
I don't have the most Terry Funk memories at 31 years old. I came into the Terry Funk era really as Chainsaw Charlie, a lot of the ECW stuff. Then I had to double back as the NWA got revitalized.
Great fucking action figure, by the way. The Chainsaw Charlie action figure is fucking insane. It's pretty dope. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and I just realized just the other day that he wasn't even really revving a chainsaw. That was real.
Right.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know what
Yeah, I
I
figured
mean,
they
not
would,
not to think that you'd really
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre going on in the crowd, but
I mean, he had
I
the
was like,
Friday
oh,
after next jammy over the face real quick. You know, he had the
yeah.
Payless sock
You
booty,
know what I saw
little
yesterday? I saw. Remember
nylons.
the clip with when Mox was Ambrose when he was over there and Chainsaw was like passing the torch, but it was the Chainsaw. And I saw like
That was good.
Mox, run through a table with the chainsaw. That one was the real one. They needed
Yo,
to actually
Chad,
get the.
if you're not
Okay.
gonna say it, you know I'm going to.
Shoot.
Before we get into before we continue with the funk and Wyatt memories, shouts out to John Moxley for taking a hit off that man's L on the internet, ladies and gentlemen. That shit was an
Yeah.
amazing
Oh,
moment
yeah,
for weed
yeah.
smokers worldwide.
Stress
Just make
relief
me
on
happy
the
to be
go.
alive, guys.
John Moxley's living his best life,
He is.
honestly.
He
Like,
turned face on me in real life right there. I was like, yo, you know what? I love John Moxley all over again, bro.
It's like-
That's all it took.
when you look at the Shield, you think like Roman has got the tribal empire on his island of greatness. Moxley is in the indie AEW, I'm bleeding everywhere, happy to just have a wife and daughter universe. And Seth is just like in the middle, like, yo, my back is killing me. I'm the man, but nobody's respecting me being the man.
I'm working my ass off. Is anybody
I'm
noticing?
working my ass off.
He said like I got 2 fractured discs. Like he said something.
Yo,
like
son,
vertebrae.
that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, Seth
I was
is
like,
mad.
yo, why is he still wrestling right now?
I'm like, yo, you
I
should
mean-
probably take some time off and let that work itself out, bro.
Yo, son, I
that's a
thought I was
fact.
bugging, dude. I thought I
gonna-
was tweaking.
Like that didn't
think I
sound like yo, I sprained my ankle. He's like, nah, I broke my back, spinal. That's what I mean. Like,
Yo,
Two places, like
He's
damn.
he's out of
Okay.
his mind. He said, "Word, Cody. Cody, you had the pec situation. I'm gonna one up you, bro. I'm gonna actually walk out here with a broken fucking back and
Yo.
wrestle, yo. Fuck it."
Like,
Man.
took the workhorse title to a whole other level, yo. Like, that was crazy, dog. I was like, is anybody else catching this right now?
nah,
This
he
is-
saw that Danielson broke his arm. He said, "Oh, I
Oh,
Yeah.
word. You,
word
you want to break your arm?
Yo,
I'm gonna
dude.
get my stars in GTA up over here.
spinal."
Yo, dudes buying all these outfits, man. Got to make the money somehow. I said,
Yo,
yeah.
get you a back brace, man. Like you got fucking mad fur and colors and sprinkles and shit.
Bro,
Get
I
you a
have
back
friends
brace.
that wore the
gotta pay
back
for
brace
it.
in like 4th grade in class. Like you could wear that shit out there if you need it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. Like,
He would wear
had
it
it
right
there
there.
Man
at the
about
desk.
to be out here in a hard plastic back brace.
Like,
Nah, he
goddamn,
would wear
like,
it mad
what's up?
stylishly. It'd be like a harness.
Oh, he gonna put fur on it. It's gonna be a horse harness.
And
Yeah.
shouts out to the people that wore those back braces in school. I was one of their friends and allies. I ain't never give them shit. Fuck out of here.
Shout out
I
to
ain't
your
no bully
grandparents
like
that wore a back brace, right? Your grandfather wore a back brace. Much
Not
respect
word
to those.
everything.
You know what I mean?
But yo, I might kick this off with my with my Terry Funk rumor because it's an iconic one, or rumor memory because it's an iconic one, and I think a lot of us will have a similar one. But yo, shouts out to Chad, who's like the YouTube clip champion. Some things you have to watch on YouTube; they're just not happening no more. And you know, one of the positives of when you lose people is you got memories that live on forever. And I think one of the images that last forever in my mind, which there's so many different images of Terry Funk bleeding like everywhere. Like he's just, the guy was nuts. And he worked his ass off even until the beginning of COVID. He was like really working. Like he didn't just like out of nowhere like turn to dust and he wasn't a person anymore. This guy worked his ass off for a real long time. So my greatest memory and the thing that sticks in my mind when I hear his name every time is just him and Mick Foley dodging chairs in the middle of the ring in ECW. Like that shit was one of the most beautiful things I think you'll ever see. It's poetic. Right now, I think it would be downright scary. You know, the fans today, are, you know, I mean, back then it was a little unhinged too, but
Bro, it's just
actually
a
it was a
GCW
lot
show.
unhinged.
That's all it is.
Yeah, it's just a regular ECW show.
Not
I think
GCW.
the fans, excuse me?
It's a regular GCW show.
Oh, well, nowadays, yeah. But I feel like that's just a super, super, I don't know, potent memory of Terry Funk being involved in something. I could see it right now, him rolling out of the ring, just like getting out of here like real quick as it started to get too thick in there. So that's mine. What you guys got?
Yo, I got just a memory from the Hell in a Cell because he came out. It was a weird time because like he was actually in a feud I think with Mankind at the time. Well, this is Mankind that take Hell in a Cell '98 by the way, but what kind of threw and it was such a very interesting detail that nobody ever really talks about that made the reality and the gravity of that match a little bit heavier was the fact that they were in a feud, but he came out in his sweatpants, you know, fucking fanny pack, regular T-shirt on to go and check on his friend because this is really real. You know what I mean? And seeing the Undertaker choke slam him out of his sneakers, was cool. So it kind of just put like an extra little small detail, small nugget, on top of that Hell in a Cell match. As legendary as
Sidebar?
it was something kind of fire.
Watching that Hell in a Cell match back now, that shit makes me cringe. I had to cringe just even thinking about Foley getting tossed off the cell. Like,
It's crazy.
I-
That
like-
in the Royal Rumble match with The Rock when he caught the 12 chair shots or whatever.
yeah, that was sick.
Good Lord, dog.
Like very, like they always play that a lot. You know what I mean? And I really was just more so just perplexed at that. Like, damn, I can't watch that anymore. Sick time.
And then one other thing I just want to mention is just randomly tapping back into some of the stuff that was on the WWE Network or Peacock or whatever. Just his feud with Ric Flair, but I just remember him jumping that off when he hit the pile driver through the table outside. You know what I mean? And I guess whatever year, 1980, whatever, seeing something like that was probably like perplexing. Like, holy shit, this just happened. This is not post ECW where we've seen shit on fire and all that. This was before all of that. So yeah, man, rest in peace, Terry Funk. I definitely I'm not as in tune and tapped in with a lot of his career, like pre WWE or pre ECW even, but that's on the list. Go in and catch a little playlist, some of Terry Funk's greatest hits and all that.
I know for me, not really knowledgeable on Terry Funk. Unfortunately, I will go back and watch a lot of his stuff. But the memory that does stand out is what you mentioned, Bug, was everybody throwing all the cheers in the ring at him and Mick Foley and him trying to dodge it. Like that's in my brain. But also, just to know that he is mentioned in so many circles and mentioned by so many people just knows how meaningful his legacy was to everybody. So yeah, I got to salute him for that. But I will go back and watch his stuff.
Word is he's like your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. You know what I mean? He's one of them dudes.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of somebody, chances are they were a fan of Terry Funk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Word. And
Rest in peace to God.
Rest in peace to the God, one of the greatest of all time. I believe he started his pro career in 1965 and retired many times, but I think officially retired in 2017. So,
Bro, if you're into deathmatch, if you're into hardcore, if you're into any of that style wrestling, you owe that man the gratitude of watching everything he did so you can watch what you're watching right now, man. Go check out some of his shit
but
online.
you know what the cool thing, you mentioned deathmatch. The coolest thing that I heard about Terry Funk that I really wasn't knowledgeable about is just the overall fact that a lot of people say that he's one of the most versatile. The same way that I would say like a Kurt Angle, you can put him in any situation, heel, face, comedy, dead serious, sport, you name it. Not only is he going to do well, he's going to excel. But somebody mentioned like Terry Funk in the same breath. Like if he was a heel, he could play the super violent, sadistic heel, or he can play the chicken shit and be super believable either way. If he was a face, he could play the heroic guy. He can play the straight up athlete, whatever. And obviously we know him best, at least in this circle, for some of the hardcore stuff. Could do anything and did everything like really, really fucking well and really, really believable. You know what I mean? So that's a testament to like a real pro. It's like you can.
Yeah, that's actually that's a great comment too, because I'm unfamiliar with a lot of the stuff he did when he was younger, and he like the NWA champion and all that stuff. I wasn't really tapped in like that, so the stuff that I paid attention to was more of the coming of age shit when I was about to be a teenager or 11, 12 years old and shit like that. I wasn't really into it too heavy before then, but yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, rest in peace, Terry.
Rest in
Funk,
peace,
man. Age
Funker.
79. And yeah, today, good Lord, man.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda in quite some time. And, there was some, a little bit of news that came out that, obviously today he passed away and it had something to do with catching COVID earlier this year. He already had like a pre-existing heart condition, which could be why we didn't see him on TV, for most of the year. But had a heart attack and passed away today, age 36. He was born in May 23rd, 87, and died today. Rest in peace to Bray Wyatt, and definitely condolences, obviously, to the Funk family and all his family and friends, and then condolences to the Rotunda family for that loss today. That shit, came out of nowhere. Like, I found out, Book put it in the text. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? Like,
Shout out to J.O.
I
my
text,
man in
I
Boston.
text.
He sent that to me. And then y'all hit the, like, literally it was like everybody started to come through type of
right, at the
message.
same time.
I text
Everybody's getting
Dizzy
that.
yesterday when Funk died. I text Dizzy today when Bray Wyatt died, and it's like I'm not like the Grim Reaper. I can't even believe that I had to bring that knowledge like to somebody twice in 2 days. Like that shit is just fucked up, bro. So it's I want to say God bless his family, but not just his birth family, his chosen family, his girl and his kids. Like, dog, if you have a heart, pray for them. Make sure that you appreciate what you got right now, because some people just lost something that you might be taking for granted at this moment. So, shit, it's a
Like,
tough
how
one.
often do when somebody passes away, do you say, you're not promised really the next 10 minutes of your life, let alone tomorrow, anything like that? So it's like,
Yep.
These are those times where whatever we feel as human beings, as there's people that you want to reach out to, you ain't really on the right page with, but there's still room and still love there. Let's get that shit right. There ain't nothing bigger or more important than being able to tap back in with your loved ones.
One of my boys actually said this to me years ago. We've all been wise beyond our years, but we always hung out with older people too, so we kind of had that ilk anyway. But he said, "Yo, bro, if they're gonna be at your funeral, like what's the issue?
Right.
Like, what is there? Is there anything you can't get over? If they're gonna be at your funeral, is there anything you really can't talk about right now?
Right.
Because if they're gonna pay respects to you when you're gone, like, pretty sure something could be worked out right now. So, yeah, mend relationships, fix that shit, check on people that you think are strong. They're usually the people that need the most support. So, like I said before, I am not happy that anything happened to anyone, but I know it wasn't a secret that Bray was dealing with mental health issues as well, and he was dealing with a lot. He had a lot of demons and stuff like that. It came into his character. So this guy went out fighting. He fought not only COVID and all this stuff, but he fought that too. So shouts out to him.
Think
man.
about like how the last, I guess, 2 years of his career, how he was such a prominent member of the roster at the time. This is Firefly Funhouse and all of that, and the Fiend. And then think about like whatever he had to do to get himself together after being released, and then make it back and come up with this this brand new character and all that, and never really got the traction, but it was just really, really cool to see, this is a kind of a vision of where I want my character to go, and start to put the pieces of the puzzle together.
Isn't it crazy too, the correlation between music and wrestling, how it always happens too? Like, it's almost not even like underground hip hop, but like a cult following. Like, he had a cult following. He didn't get the major, put fan base, but he had a cult following of really, really dedicated fans that loved the shit out of his movement. And it's like, man, like, that's just like underground hip hop. It's like this guy was really appreciated, and he was known in the circles where people really care. You know what I mean? But
the cult
sometimes-
following is really what brought him back that second time.
Yeah.
This most recent time.
Fireflies
You know what I
and
mean?
shit.
Yeah.
We were determined.
Like, I remember like the early, like what was that character? Like the swamp from the woods, when the full Wyatt family were together. If y'all remember, there was a character in like WWF. I can't remember the name right now, but it's like maybe 94, 95, 96, whatever. But this is like, you still Waylon Mercy. It was like the Waylon Mercy character, you know what I mean? And mixed with a little bit of Cape Fear and all that. And it was just so dope, because like, we really hadn't seen anything like this that was so believable. I wasn't tapped into Husky Harris, or even like the beginning of the NXT run when he was still there. But when he came
The
up,
Hawaiian shirts.
yeah, Hawaiian shirts. When he came up and like that initial feud, I know we'll probably go around with a couple memories here or there, whatever. But like that feud with the Shield, when you had like these two, super powerful trios, just running amok all
Yo,
throughout.
they had feuds with Evolution,
Yeah.
with the Rhodes family already.
Think about
Like
the
you think
talent,
about
the
that.
talent of Bray, the talent of
That time, bro.
yeah, all three of those dudes, and the presence. These are big dudes that can move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like think of this guy's agility. He's pretty solid on his feet.
I think everything in wrestling has to do with reality. Like you could pull from horror movies or even real life where you see these big imposing characters that you would be set back when you see them. Do you know what I mean? And this faction was even Danielson being in it, man. That shit was dope, bro. There was just dope
Yeah,
shit
cool.
going on there.
They killed that. They
Yeah.
killed that. Like just think of the pop when he had that green jumpsuit on, sitting on the top of the cage doing the yes joint. Like think
Yeah.
about how quiet it was in between the chants. You know what I mean? Just because that shit paid off.
Hell yeah,
To
man.
think that LA Knight is the last match that Bray Wyatt had.
And you know what? Think about this. There was, always some chit chat about people have this Bray Wyatt feud and it doesn't really help anybody. LA Knight is gonna, like you just mentioned, go down as his last feud. And look at what LA Knight is now. And I mean, hottest dude in WWE right now. You know what I'm saying? So
God
if
is
you wanna,
crazy,
like
yo.
connect, you want to connect a couple dots. Bray Wyatt, played a part in getting that guy to the space that he's in right now.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P.
Speaking of God being crazy, I'll give you my favorite Wyatt, Bray Wyatt memory, which will be full circle for everything we just talked about, which is fucking crazy. We talk about Jet Life. I mentioned Dizza, and we're talking about Bray Wyatt. Smoke Dizza came out on the, I want to say, Pilot Talk 2 tour. Had to be 2. I think it was 2. At Toad's Place in Connecticut with the Wyatt family sheep mask on. And when I saw him come out with that mask on, I literally looked around the room and I'm like, I felt like I was alone. First of all, I'm in a room full of crazy college white kids, so I'm like, I can't be the only person that knows what the fuck is going on right now. And I'm like, yo, he's so fucking cool, bro. I had no, and I really wasn't tapped into his music all the way, and we're great friends now. We talk every day. But he's, when I actually saw that mask, I was like, I have to go down the rabbit hole and see all about this guy's music now because I'm so into it. So my favorite Bray Wyatt moment isn't even necessarily him in the ring. It's the fact that he brought me in. I mean, all his moments in the ring were fantastic. Like that, I'm not trying to belittle it, but the impact culturally that someone actually had me without ever telling me anything, saying anything, pointing at anything, because someone else that I never met before had interest in something else that I had interest in. I was like, yo, I'm all in over here. So my favorite moment was a real life, organic, approach to an artist that I wasn't necessarily up on game and became up on game, and now I'm friends with. So life is real crazy how it works. And rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. I guess I could cheat and give 2 memories. My favorite one in the ring is the match that everybody can't stand, I guess, or couldn't stand. I love that match with him and Seth when they went and all the red lights and all that shit.
The Hell in a Cell?
Was that Extreme? Was that Hell in a Cell or was it Extreme Rules?
That was Saudi. I think that was Blood Money.
But that
No.
was in the cage, wasn't it? That was.
That was
No,
Hell in
I'm
a
talking
Cell
about
and
when they
Blood
went
Money.
all around the arena with the red lights and they were kind of going
Yeah, that was,
crazy.
I think that was
I
Hell in a
remember-
Cell and Blood
I
Money.
remember the match. I don't remember what event it was.
That shit was
Fact check.
fire, yo. Rest in peace, Bray, man. We're not gonna have his genius anymore, but he's attributed things to the wrestling business that have to be paid homage to because he's done amazing work, man. So hopefully people do it right.
Yeah, respect to anybody that fights tooth and nail to protect their creativity too. You know what I'm saying?
And prayers to Bo Dallas, man. That dude was.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just thinking about him.
They were just coming into the
Howdy.
fold together to work together. It's so
Yeah.
sad, bro.
Yeah, man. A memory I remember. Well,
Sidebar, Ron, that was Blood Money. Or
It was
Crown
Blood
Jewel, I should say.
Crown Jewel. Okay, where? I couldn't remember.
2019.
Damn. it's
Every
been
time you say
long.
that, I think of Noriega. I can't.
Yeah, word. Yeah, absolutely. Two memories I remember from Bray Wyatt. I remember his feud with Randy Orton, and this dude got lit on fire, which was insane. And I believe that was when he was the Fiend at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Bray Wyatt burned down his house, which was insane. Then you fast forward to I think it was last year, when, just that moment with him and Undertaker whispering in his ear. And I always felt like, that moment, I believe, like, Bray Wyatt was going to be, like, the next one up. Like, he was going to be the next one after Undertaker. And I felt like that should have been him years before that, when Undertaker was, like, winding down. So, and I remember, like, social media going crazy after that, because it's like they're trying to figure out what did Undertaker say to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So,
That torch.
yeah, absolutely. And I was happy to see that, but it is what it is. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, man.
My favorite memory would probably just be with the Fiend as well too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna eclipse the whole entirety of the Wyatt family and everything that he contributed, but I really think the Fiend was that
So
debut
fire.
at SummerSlam. Come on, against
The
Finn.
music,
Like, none of us
fire.
saw any of that shit coming. Like, if we was
Right.
potting then, we would have just been on fire in the chat. Like, yo, this is
bro. But
this,
as
Look at how
music
we
heads
were-
too,
look
it's
at
like
how
Twitter
we
was
were
crazy.
with the-
Twitter was on fire when that shit was happening.
Look,
But
the-
look
like,
at
the
how
remix-
how crazy
the
we went
remix
with
of the
those QR
Firefly
codes
music.
here.
yeah, and like how they did the music. Like
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
such a
Detail.
craftsman. Like I don't
Yeah.
even know how to really say it. That he thought to that level of detail. Like, yo, nah, I want this same music. I'm just gonna tweak it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
it's a little
Amazing.
apropos.
I remember
The
seeing,
Fiend
like,
really
there
is
was-
gone.
There were a couple of live shows where he was still like right before the debut. Like he debuted on live shows, just to kind of get the shit right. And like it was even better. It was on like some Blair Witch Project shit, because you got somebody's little cell phone camera and you got this wild ass. It's like a hush goes over the crowd. I don't know what I'm looking at right now. Like that shit was just fire. Just kind of keeping up with different angles on Twitter before it even debuted on a PLE.
yeah. Man, God
man.
love his
What a
life.
time.
God bless his life. God bless his family. That shit is, man.
Crazy
Two-
turn of events for the
Two
news
last
today.
pieces on Bray Wyatt before we transition out of there.
Yeah.
A lot of people right now are retweeting his. It was a message that he tweeted out last August 7th. Quick little message. Wrestling is not a love story. It's a fairy tale for masochists, a comedy for people who criticize punchlines, a fantasy most can't understand, a spectacle no one can deny. Lines are blurred, heroes are villains, budgets are cut, business is business. But it can also be a land where dead men walk, where honor makes you elite, where demons run for office, and rock bottom is a reason to rejoice. It's an escape, a reason to point the blame at anyone but yourself for 2 or 3 hours, an excuse to be a kid again, and nothing matters except the moment we're in. Wrestling is not a love story, it's much more, it's hope. And in a world surrounded by hate, greed, violence, a world where closure may never come, we all know a place that has hot and cold hope on tap, for better or for worse.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bottoms
And,
up, bro. Jesus Christ.
Last thing, man,
Very
as per
poetic.
WWE, all the net proceeds from any Bray Wyatt merch that is being sold, all that money is going to support his fiance JoJo and his kids and all that. So definitely copy with a little shirt, sweatshirt, hoodie, whatever. That's going, where it needs to go. I saw, a couple pies that were, whatever super chats that some guys were making. They're sending that over and all that too. Peace to everybody over there at Fightful. So yeah, man, rest in peace to Bray Wyatt, 36 years old. Rest in peace to Terry Funk, 79 years old. Jesus. This is where,
Pro wrestling,
you
man.
need Joe Budden to play
Profound.
outstanding to get us the fuck out of here.
Golly.
Outstanding.
If they wouldn't mute that
Yes,
part of
man.
our video for playing more than 5 seconds,
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
We get away with Jimmy Hart because I think he's a kind soul with the Legion of Doom theme, but yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy. But yo, it's weird because two wrestling tragedies, but we are on pretty much the eve of some history being made in pro wrestling, and these are the fun parts. This is why all of us become fans of this in the first place. A
Right,
lot of
our
it-
50th episode, history.
There you go.
Yes.
50 of them things, man. 50 of them.
Last
things.
lap tour. Nah, hopefully not. We got a couple laps to take.
Put that into the universe, man. Come on.
Yeah, word.
Nah, we got this.
Yeah, your man Tony Khan successfully finagled 80,000 plus people to purchase tickets.
80,000. 80,000.
80,000.
Yeah,
80,000.
yo, they
That's not
mentioned
no
it.
big
Say it
ball.
again.
I
Yeah,
keep it a
everybody
buck.
say it in unison. Say it in unison, everybody.
3, 2,
80,000.
never mind.
80,000.
80,000. Yes.
Let me tell you something. If I sell 80,000 tickets too, everybody I'm paying is repeating that shit 5 times. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame them.
Nah, man.
don't
I
blame
think
him.
we all. I number one. I know I joke around. I joke. I don't. What the fuck do I have to say about someone's habits, bro? People talk about the people that work hard in the industry, right? Like music industry, any industry. People say Diddy barely sleeps. He's barely slept his entire career. He's just worked his ass off. People say the same thing about Tony Khan. I'll tell you what. I would like to be a billionaire right now myself, you know? And if
Wouldn't hurt.
not sleeping got me there, then shit. But he's doing things that a lot of people wish they could do. Number one, at his age, with his interest, to do something you love. What? This is fucking insane, bro. Shouts out to Tony Khan. We always have all of us, the wrestling community, has something to say about Tony Khan because he's just that guy. He's in that position. When the camera's on, he's interesting to look at and dissect. Yeah, exactly. Like he's
funny.
he's him. He's
9
doing what he's
days.
doing.
9
Shouts out
days.
to him. Yeah, he's dope, bro. Tony Khan is cool, man. No matter how much I listen to Cornette, I can't hate Tony Khan. You know.
I appreciate him, bro. I think it's that perfect storm, that Venn diagram of a nerd and a billionaire. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That just happens to love pro wrestling or wrestling. He used to fucking, read the dirt sheets. Like legit, probably still does.
Yeah.
Now I got billions to play with. Fuck it. Have a ball,
Yep.
bro.
Let's bring it up, guys. Let's bring the card up. Let's discuss it.
Yeah,
Let's
I have
make
a
this
title
thing-
to
Time.
defend. I have
Yes.
a title to defend.
Oops, let's get that off the
It's
screen.
time. It's
I have a
time.
title to defend. Yeah, man. So this Sunday, AEW
Y'all caught the latest
All
match?
In.
We forgot to add. I don't know if we peeped. You added the latest match.
What's that?
No, there's another match. No?
Yeah, we just got one more included. Tony Khan just announced FTW Championship. Jack Barry Hook, 0
Oh.
hour.
Oh yeah, I
Of
put
course,
that.
yeah,
Oh
Zero
yeah, I
Hour.
put.
Not 0 hour buy.
We just don't have a
Oh, no,
grass.
no,
Is
no.
0 hour? Is that Ring of Honor?
Yes,
That-
no,
I
no,
don't know.
he uses that for AEW too. But yeah, I put that in the notes this morning.
All
Yo,
right.
you know what? Sidebar, how fire of an idea would that be? All of the 0 hours should be Ring of Honor joints. You want to get some people on your, to check out your product. Every pay-per-view they only do 4 or 5 a year, 6 a year this year. But that's all the 0 hours should be Ring of Honor. Why
It
not?
should.
Yeah, and all the
Makes
Ring of
sense,
Honor
yeah.
TV shows or all the Ring of Honor like littler shows should work up to someone getting that spot on the pay per view.
Yeah, look at
That would
that.
book it.
Yo, Tony.
That makes
You
sense.
need to hire us, man.
If
we're gonna have to
only.
check.
We're gonna book some things, man.
Just put Athena on the goddamn show. That's all I want to see. Let's
I am
go.
amazed. Anyway, all right. So this Sunday we got AEW All In, 80,000 plus, Wembley Stadium. Congrats to everybody over there. And I got a title to defend, even though I won't be able to watch live. I will be tapped into the results. Feel me? So yeah, we got the 0 hour starting off. Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship defended by Aussie Open.
Hey.
Aussie against
Oi,
Adam
oi,
Cole
oi.
and MJF, the defending world champ, later on in the main event. A lot going on here. This is, I think, the best story that they've done this year. This turned out this. I don't think anybody saw this shit coming. This is like one of those happy accidents that the chemistry these guys had just happened to really, really fucking
They
work.
just have so many outs to the story. It's like if
Yeah.
you were playing Uno and you got all the dope cards.
Yeah.
Like, which one am I gonna pick first? Like, you could get out of this so many different ways.
Yeah, Chad and I were chopping it up real quick before we got on here. It's like, for me, in my opinion, I think there's 3 realistic possibilities that happen for these two guys. Speaking of MJF, Adam Cole, by the end of this pay-per-view, it's
I'm
either they
interested to hear
stick
this.
together, which I think most people don't think is going to happen. So they stick together, whether they win or lose this match, they still, shake hands at the end of Wembley, which nobody thinks is going to happen, but who would be mad at that because we're enjoying the run that they're having right now. Or obviously MJF turns or Adam Cole turns, So what's my prediction for this? Aussie Open retains. Whether I don't know if they actually win or lose, but they will retain. So I'm gonna say disqualification. I'm gonna say Aussie Open wins this match because there's gonna be some kind of interference on behalf of the person that turns on the other one. for the other team, but it's going to be outside interference against either MJF or. So yeah, Aussie Open by disqualification, retain that title.
Word. So my bad. I was just putting your results in. Your picking. I have Aussie Open as well. I feel like you're gonna start to see MJF and Adam Cole. Something is going to happen where there's going to be a miscue, and then they're going to start going, like, something's going to happen, they're going to go at each other, because you've been seeing the little seeds start to plant from, like, last week. So I see that's going to happen, and then it's going to be a little tension going into the main event. So I got Aussie Open.
Yo, before we
Nah,
here's
go
the
ahead.
5 point. Here's the 5 point.
Oh, fuck. He's already started. All right, go
Here's
ahead.
the 5 point.
Shit.
Dead simple. Who turns?
Oh, all right. That's easy.
Okay.
Yeah, who turns? I got Cole.
That's easy.
All right, so I'm going to put that in there.
Adam Cole.
You heard the
turns.
man? You heard his pick?
Yeah, I heard his pick. Yeah,
All right, bet.
You said who turns first, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, who turns? MJF or Adam Cole? I have
You
Adam
picked
Cole.
Cole.
First.
You got
Go
right.
ahead. That's what I said. Who turns? Oh, who turns first? Oh shit, you want me to think about it now?
Yeah, right now, 5 points, baby. Adam Cole or MJF? Who turns on who?
Fuck, I'll go Adam Cole, because I think people want to least expect that.
2 for Cole. Book. Match prediction.
I just want to start this off by saying me and Chad could be best of friends, but on pay-per-views, I can't stand this dude. So I'm just letting you know right now. I already know he's going to pick MJF. I'm going with Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
Fuck.
And hey, you said Adam Cole too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But who
My
wins?
pick?
What's your pick for the match?
Oh, no, I'm going with Adam Cole for who turns. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And what's your pick for the match?
Oh, you want me to pick that now too? Okay, bet. I don't see any reason for MJF and Adam Cole to have the ROH titles to prolong their story after they inevitably turn on each other or something happens in the championship. That story just kind of writes itself, and having those titles caught up after giving them to a pretty good tag team doesn't really make sense. So I feel like I just said a whole bunch for no reason, but I pick Aussie Open as well. I just feel like there's no point in MJF and Adam Cole winning this title. The story already prolongs itself by who turns on who. So unless and again, I still pick my pick, unless they are going to have it be like a shoving match, like, no, you caused us to lose, like, but they also don't need that, because we already seen Adam Cole almost kick this dude's head off, and we've almost seen MJF turn on. They've planted all these seeds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they don't also need that little back and forth in the middle of the ring. We already know there's tension. So Aussie Open.
Once again, I'm the wild card. As always, I'm always going to have the left field pick with valid reasons. I'm going with MJF and Adam Cole to win the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. And I don't know if I'm going to get a 5-pointer, because neither of them are going to turn on each other. We're going to have a feel-good pay-per-view, fellas. We're going to have a fucking
You don't think they're going to turn at all?
I don't think they're going to turn at all. How about that? They're not turning at all. This is going to be a feel-good pay-per-view.
Insider info.
Yeah, if there's no turn,
Chad's
my
most people
5 points.
backstage. This is
There is
fucked up.
no turn. I think, if anything, if there is going to be a turn, it won't happen at Wembley, and it will end up just being a vacating of the tag team titles, so that way Tony Khan can make a new tag team title tournament to put the titles back on Aussie Open. And I'm out.
that feels very Tony.
Or after FTR loses it to the Bucks, they get the ROH titles back because they need a tag team title. I get it. Go ahead.
And we'll get to that.
Fuck. All right, Chad. I feel you. Salute. I'm still not going with it, but salute.
Next match.
Okay, I'm clicking on the wrong thing because I'm now high and drunk. Kids, don't do this at home. Do it at school. No, I'm just that's awful. Don't do it anywhere. That was a terrible joke. You can tell I'm drunk.
Word up.
Oh boy.
All right, we
right,
have
my
a
son never
coffin
sees that
match.
clip.
We have Sting and Dabby teaming up against Swerve and Christian Cage. Yeah, Sting ain't losing a damn thing. Sting ain't losing until it's time for him to retire.
Come on, man.
And he might not even lose then.
This
So I'm going
unanimous
with
on this one.
Sting. Yeah, Sting and Darby for the dub. Right.
Anyone object?
Yeah, this might be a clean sweep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing, and I say they's gonna get revenge on there's revenge for like what they did to what's that dude Nick Wayne.
Here's a
when,
question: do we know if there are two
Darby.
coffins or one coffin?
Good question.
Probably assume two. It's a tag team.
Yeah,
Or big
just
enough
a-
to
a
fit
big,
Or
both.
yeah,
one
big
big
enough-
ass coffin.
big one.
The Yoko coffin.
Shut them both in.
All right.
Yes, put them both in.
5 points. Since we all decide that Sting and Darby are
Okay.
going to win this, which member, assuming that there are two coffins or you have to put both in at the same time or whatever the case, which member of the team of Swerve and Christian goes into the coffin last?
Well, I don't like this question because it could become null and void if there aren't two.
All right, so
How about
who's
first?
first?
Because then if there isn't
Who's
another
first?
one, then who went in was who's first. Okay.
All right, so yeah, so if there's two coffins, who goes in first? If there's one coffin, who goes in, period?
Right.
Swerve or Christian?
You say who goes in first?
Yep.
I got Christian.
Christian gets thrown in the coffin first?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going Swerve.
I'm going Swerve just
I'm
off the
definitely
rip
going
that
Swerve.
Christian still has a TNT title to defend and Swerve doesn't. So
As
I mean,
not
Luchasaurus.
Christian.
First one in the coffin.
That is
Luchasaurus
not
definitely has that
man's
title, but you know.
yo.
So you said, Chad, you said Swerve. You said
Everybody
Yeah,
Swerve,
Swerve.
you got
I
you
got
got Christian.
Swerve. Okay.
And we all got Darby and Sting winning, right?
Yes, Darby's gonna jump off of the scaffold at 80,000 plus and coffin drop.
Nah, he's gonna
Yo,
he's
you
gonna
saw that
he's gonna
suicide?
paratroop in.
You saw that tope suicider where he almost went through the front of the table.
Yeah,
That's that-
the
that
announce
was kinda
table.
flame.
That was
kinda flame.
pretty fire. It's pretty
Nah,
fire.
he's gonna wear one of those Red Bull like squirrel suits, and he's gonna like dive from 100,000
Man's
feet
gonna
into
come in on
into the
a
arena.
Sting gonna come in with a boulder derby. That's what we talking about. You gonna have a derby
I'm
on with a
just-
trench?
I'm waiting for Sting to roll out with Darby in one of them little Darkwing Duck motorcycles where you got Darby tucked on the side.
Yo, get out of here, bro.
Yo, 80,000 people. That might be
80,000,
the
you gotta
entrance to
do
get
it.
to the ring. You think
Gotta
Sting
do
about to take all that time to get to the ring? Come on, man.
Sting needs to come out with the real Scorpion and have Westside Gun bring him to the fucking ring. That's what he needs.
Different.
But I'll
What a
leave my
retirement.
personal biases aside.
Hey, I concur. Next
Next
match.
up,
Darkwing
I'm saying.
Duck. You want? Let's get dangerous.
That Dallas is dangerous, bro.
pause for the just in case.
Yo, my nigga, drink some water, my nigga. You heard?
Yeah. God damn.
What we got next on the docket, bug?
Oh, we got next. Shit, I put these two gents.
Oh, hell of a little segment we had this past Wednesday, man. That was good.
That was good, bro.
That was
Breakout
good.
moment for Will Ospreay.
Listen, man, he's a very, very good promo.
Yo,
He's a very, very good promo.
He's
He
an
can't
angry
dress
Brit,
for
is
shit.
he not?
He
is.
definitely has some Nike joints with the Adidas sweats. There was a lot going on. The Aussie Open. He had the chain tucked under the collar. It was crazy.
Where was
It
the
was
show
so-
this past week?
I think they were in Atlanta.
Georgia.
He might have hit the last AJ Wright in America in Atlanta right before he went on set. You know what I'm saying? Good for him.
Georgia.
Let me get some pieces.
And he's wrestling New Rev Pro right before.
Word.
Yeah, the night
Yeah,
before.
man.
Yep. But yeah, man, Chris Jericho, Will Ospreay. I'm going with Ospreay, man. Like whether he is technically the heel or the face in this little shindig with Jericho, they ain't booing him in Wembley Stadium. I think it's cool, fresh off of beating a lot of the majors. He beat Okada. He beat Kenny Omega. Match of the year with Kenny Omega, maybe 2 of them joints. But put the Jericho feather under his cap. So yeah, I'm going with Ospreay, clean in the ring, 1, 2, 3. Jericho's just, he's on that run. He's making sure he got a fucking marquee match in Wembley for sure.
Word.
You know what I mean? But yeah, going with Ospreay for the W.
Yeah, I'm actually going the same thing, and I'm going back to that promo they did on Wednesday. I think Jericho had said he has a lot to prove because what is it? Well, he was kind of like he's at his peak or whatever, and people are like watching him to see if he's going to start to plummet now. And then Will Ospreay is going in like he's on the come up. So, and I feel like Will Ospreay has a lot more to prove. So, he's like the up and comer. So that's why I'm going with Will Ospreay. I'm going based off like that promo because like they just started. Will Ospreay they just started going at each other like the week before. So, they ain't really too much to go off of. I'm just basing off that promo, which is an incredible.
Is this
promo.
another one where we all unanimously go Will Ospreay?
Yeah, Will Ospreay's winning this match.
Where I think this is another one where it's a unanimous.
All right, gotcha.
I'm shooting another unanimous on this one. I pretty much am on the same sentiments. I don't even think that one's gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't
it's
see a
definitely Will
world
Ospreay.
where Jericho benefits from winning. To be
Agreed.
honest with you,
Yeah,
it
I
does
don't
nothing
think
for him.
he does. He doesn't.
No, he
he
doesn't.
doesn't need to win.
Jericho is not going to be winning any world championships for the rest of his career. Versus Will
He did win the Ring
Ospreay.
of Honor world title last year, and has had a hell of a string of matches against people like Bandito and Claudio and shit.
For
So
sure, but I'm
anything's
saying, like,
possible.
I don't think there's any need, put it that way, for Jericho to win another world title. Unless there's a story to be told. I don't see what it is yet. You know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, you got Will Ospreay, who's in his peak right now. Right now. You know what I'm saying? Jericho is not. Will Ospreay is. He mentioned 6 months left on his New Japan contract, so that
Will Ospreay, MJF, double or nothing,
couple eyes opened
2024.
up right there.
Ooh,
You know what I mean? But like Will Ospreay is among the top whatever number you want to say best in the world right now. So there's no reason whatsoever, especially in Wembley, that he should be even close to losing this match. You know what I mean? So just stay healthy, man. You got that fucking the Rev Pro joint the night before, man. Tape your ankles and shit, bro.
Word.
But yeah, unanimous Ospreay.
Yeah, I got y'all.
Next Jern.
How quick did I do that? AL, check that out. All
Look
right.
at this guy.
All right. Here we go.
Greatest in the world, bro. Wilg is the GOAT.
Let's go.
Blame him or thank him, you heard?
Yeah,
All right, we got the AEW World Championship, the Trios Championship, House of Black against the acclaimed and badass Billy Gunn. The return of badass Billy Gunn.
the return.
I'm just trying
That means
to
he got the
imagine-
entrance
One of
music.
the best Intercontinental champions of ever.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. One of the best tag team wrestlers ever. Think of the New Age Outlaws. I mean, we talk about best tag teams all the time. New Age Outlaws doesn't get mentioned a lot, and I don't know why, because I put them up there.
Yeah, the
Strange
smoking guns were
bedfellow.
fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're
Strange
talking about,
bedfellow.
Yo,
right?
the smoking gun boots used to bother me. Them shits look mad flimsy, bro. I hated those shits, man.
Yeah, shouts out to the Smoking Guns. Chad would never let that name fly this nowadays. That couldn't be a tag team name if Chad was still a fan. Yo, Smoking Guns could never, yo.
Yo, I'm surprised he don't say nothing about the Hurt Business. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my God.
It's only because it's black wrestlers. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gotta give us what we can get.
That's why they
Give
get
him
the
the
pass.
pass.
yo, I'm going with this. Would be interesting, man. A fucking acclaimed pop in Wembley Stadium would be tremendous. But on the other hand, I know that Malachi Black has a very long history in England, even though he's not from there.
Man, heels got to win one of these shits. Let's make it happen.
I agree. But a nostalgia pop for Billy Gunn winning a title in Wembley just seems like the move. I'm going with the acclaimed.
Wow. Okay. I think I'm gonna go the opposite. I think I'm gonna
House of
go-
Black?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have them retain. It's man, this was kind of tough at trying to choose this, but I say because they're gonna retain, and then he's actually bringing back the Billy Gunn. It's gonna be like just like that last match, and he's either going to bow out or he's going to realize, okay, he still got it, and I think they're going to go on a little run and then win the titles later, possibly.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
go
we're forgetting we have All Out the following weekend.
Yeah.
And to have All Out the following weekend, we need some setup. So they're gonna leave breadcrumbs for some of this shit. Some of this shit's gonna be new storylines too. Don't know which one it'll be, but Ron, you picked House of Black?
Yeah.
Okay. I could make a case for both. I feel like Malachi Black whispering to Billy Gunn when he left the ring could have just been some professional, thank you for what you've done for the business type shit.
I was thinking the same thing.
But it could have also been worked into a work now because that is what he said. But now it's a work. So if I was on some like Harry Potter Slytherin shit, which is what these guys are on, I would think that, he maybe whispered some shit and brought him over to the dark side, and maybe he's badass Billy Gunn for one night and he turns into whatever, and he might not be a member of the House of Black because that would just be kind of corny, but he might be under his control for a little bit and fuck with the Acclaimed and make the Acclaimed work again, and build up them as just a tag team. I just don't understand, I guess, which way they would go, because you have to think about this. This is a storyline. We beg for storylines. I always talk about how I want storylines all the time. I need stories in my wrestling. They've been threading this needle for a little bit, and they had, Owens come into the ring, or is it Bowens or Owens? Bowens, excuse me, come into the ring with the boots for a couple of weeks or a couple of matches, and then you see him in the dumpster, and they're just doing all this different work, right? So this is one of the matches, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of afraid of when I was looking at the card and saying these are the ones that are going to kind of really, number one, it's a championship match, so it's already more points. Number two, it could literally go either way. Like, you could literally book it either way. So
motherfucker, pick one.
Man, I really don't know. I'm looking at the card right now, and I'm thinking like Ron just said. Ron really is the one that made me question it. Does Billy really have another run left in him if they worked so hard to just, they focus so much on him retiring? He's coming back for this one match. I think it's a work. I'm going with House of Black, bro.
Okay.
Fuck, I'm going with House of Black.
And also, I don't know if this is a good comparison, but I feel like for the Acclaim, this is going to be like the, I don't know if this is going to sound funny, but like the Mankind Rock match where Mankind had to put the Rock over to make him like that believable person.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because Acclaimed is like the fun-loving, goofy guys. So it's like to go against the House of Black in a way.
But it also gives Billy the chance to turn on the Acclaimed, and then the guns be like, hey, see, we told you he was gonna do this shit. He did it to you too, and then that brings that feud up between them again, because that's like kind of a good feud. I don't mind that feud.
And then I remember from Billy's promo, he said one of the two things that he regretted doing was walking away from the Acclaimed. So what if this time he actually walks away from the Acclaimed? And,
right.
He really becomes badass Billy Gunn. I'm
right.
just thinking about that now. But that's what I said before is probably a crazy comparison, but I'm thinking this might be,
That makes sense.
Yeah, like the Acclaim for them, like you taking on House of Black. House of Black been whooping their ass for like the last 2 weeks or so. So, that just came to mind, Chad,
for
what
the
you
sake
got?
of my hunger levels, I'm going to speed through this entire prediction. And I'm going to just hit y'all with a couple of one-liners. House of Black are going to have the longest fucking entrance. And I'm not looking forward to their entrance. It's going to be a win. Acclaimed are going to win. Billy Gunn is going to go out with a bang because, like AO said, that pop is going to be amazing. Why not have them win? The following week, we already have to have another pay-per-view, which pretty much means insert the Gun Boys. And why not have them come after their dad again? Because we got to fill time. But we got to do something else.
You think Juice and the Guns come at them for the trios and take it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Damn,
they
Chad,
might not take it.
Make me change my pick.
They might not take it, but they'll be the next feud because after them, what is the House of Black going to be doing? What are they even doing right now to even defend the titles, to make us care about them? Bro. Put them back on the Acclaim. I'm out.
It was written.
The Acclaim never had the trios title, did they?
No.
But I mean, they're at least put the gold back on the Acclaim.
Right. I got you.
All
right, let's split this down the middle. I'm changing my pick to them, bro. I'm going with the Acclaim, bro. I already was teetering. I got to do it. I got to.
Okay.
He sold me. Listen, I'm a consumer.
Always bandwagoning, man.
You sold me.
Man.
What do you want me to do? You sold me, bro.
So you going?
Let me get this predictions title back in peace, man.
Nah, I'm good. I'm not changing no more. My shit is good. This is the only one. That's
Alright,
it.
so we
It's
got
got to be the
three-
acclaimed.
3 for the acclaim, 1 for the House of Black. House of Black. Alright.
House of Blech.
House of Black.
Next one.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Finally, Santana Ortiz are back
Hello.
together.
Man,
Let's
I
go.
popped so hard, man. when they
Yo,
came
I saw
out.
somebody said that Santana looks like Bo Dallas, and I can't unsee it now.
That's
That's
fucked up.
kind of wild. I think the fedora definitely suits Ortiz.
Nah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
And
I thought
Santana looks brolic, bro. He's been
He
fucking
got
doing-
big, bro.
he been brolic,
He's been
man.
taking it, but he looks, because I haven't seen him, like, we saw, like, little vignettes and shit online, but he was getting bigger already. He looks like, he was next to Penna, and they look like the same size.
Yeah, he's
Penna's
big, bro.
Penna's a solid dude, man. So, yeah, man. So, this is the Stadium Stampede 5-on-5. We got the Blackpool Combat Club somehow linked up with Proud and Powerful.
Yes.
Mox, Claudio, Willie Yuta, Santana, and Ortiz just popped back up. Those 5 versus the aforementioned Penna, the King Eddie Kingston, and then the Best Friends, and still your international champ. Which I can't believe he ain't defending that title on this card, by the way. But
Insane.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
We
Orange
got another
Cassidy.
pay per view the following week. Another pay per view.
Yeah, but in Europe,
This
bro,
is-
it's the
alright.
international
Yeah,
title.
it's the international title.
I get you, but come on, Tony Khan don't care.
Whatever. But yeah, man, 5-on-5 Stadium Stampede. I'm looking forward to this match just to see what stadium. This is really anarchy in the arena, just in the stadium. You know. What
And
I mean?
on that note, just before we get into this, you could have literally booked Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy, have Ospreay take the belt off of Orange Cassidy as his first loss, loses the belt to someone who could be coming into AEW soon. But what the fuck do I know?
Boo.
Nah, I don't think you could play too much pity pat with Osprey right now. If it ain't a world title match, you can't really.
I get you.
Yeah. Unless it's like New Japan booking them with the title. I'm not. Ain't no fucking Zack Sabre Jr. on this feud on this card. But
Hey, yo, going cape is Zack Sabre no matter what.
the nigga's the best. Nobody could tell me otherwise. Now with this, I don't know, man. I have no clue how this match goes, how it ends. I have not a clue at all.
Just know Moxley will bleed over the United flag.
Over it, like he's gonna open himself up on the UK Jack, bro.
Yo, it's Mox, man. Come on.
Nah, bro, you can't do that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Shits and giggles. I'm gonna go with Cassidy's crew, Kingston's crew, for the
All right.
W. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't
I can
think
see
Chuck
Willie-
Taylor's ever gonna win a match again, bro. I don't know if I could go with that.
Yo, that's so fucked, but you're not far off, man.
but I mean, you got Willie Yuta standing on the other side. He's an L
This
machine,
man tells
bro.
no lies.
He's an L machine.
Yeah, but bro, you could have Harvey Whippleman in fucking Wheeler Yuta's place, and that team could still beat any team they face.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I don't know, man. Yeah, you know what? I'm going Blackpool Combat Club. I'm going Team Blackpool Combat Club. I see, like, I don't know. This is a pick 'em, so I'm just going with Blackpool Combat Club. There's no reason. Ron, you got it.
I'm going with Eddie Kingston and them. This was a hard one to pick because it was like
There's no direction here. It's
yeah,
just
right. It's like
niggas in a match.
It can go.
You know
It can
what I
go either way. I'm gonna go based off the fact that they put homie in the hospital on Wednesday and they're going for revenge. That's it. That's because that's all I got. Like I can't. I mean, because I can't think of. I can't think of another reason. So,
This is a spectacle to see niggas brawl amongst 80,000.
and you said Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, I
right?
got the BCC. Well,
Same. Done.
BCC?
Chad.
Wait, VCC.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Blackpool Combat Club, I'm going with them. Mox gets the victory over Chuck, as we just joked about. Chuck will take the pinfall. You're going to get stabbed, and then he's going to take a paradigm shift on a glass
shit. Poor
table
Chucky.
spike that's set up outside of the arena. And then pretty much you got the next pay-per-view, which is the following week. You're going to catch Orange Cassidy beating John Moxley to retain the international title. And we can mark this So I'll bring it back for next week's show.
And also, shouts out to AEW for the business acumen to promote the downloading of the Stadium Stampede mode in their video game, concurrent with the largest Stadium Stampede they're ever going to have unless they do Wembley again. So, shouts out to them. Next match.
Trios match. We have.
Don't worry, Chad. We only got a couple more matches left. That food
It's
is
a
going to
toughie.
get good in 8, my friend.
Toughie. This match is a toughie.
This
It's
is.
a tough one. This is a tough one. We have the Elite. This is fucking hard. We have, the Golden Elite. Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, Kota Ibushi teaming up against Bullet Club Gold, and your man's Konosuke Takeshita. I don't fucking know, man. I can see the Elite, maybe Omega's pinning Takeshita, and that leads to a singles match moving forward. I don't see, Omega's not taking the pin. I don't think Hangman's taking the pin. I'm going Bullet Club, but I'm going Takeshita to take the pin. And then they'll probably run it back maybe the next week or coming up soon.
I don't like the way Jay White's been booked, even though I do like what they've been doing more. For him to be a former New Japan Pro Wrestling World Champion,
Give it to him, Bug. Give it to him.
I'm not feeling the way he's been booked, bro. I'm just gonna be real. I'm not the New Japan guy, but I can respect where respect is due, and I have to say that Jay White, Takeshita, and Juice Robinson are gonna win this match, yo.
Ron?
Did we skip Ron?
Yeah, it's all good. I'm over here trying to write into this. So
Ron updating
Ron's
the notes.
keeping score
While
100%.
Ron
Ron is our
update the
guy
note.
right now.
I'm gonna go with. Damn, this is a tough one. This is one of my quiet bathroom break matches.
I will say
But
Hangman and what's his face, Kenny Omega, they're due for a win, bro. So I don't know.
And I think that although the Bullet Club Gold really can pick up that win more, they need that win more right now, if anything.
If anybody elite is winning, it's the Bucks. So I don't know.
This is tough. I'm gonna just pack it up and just say Golden Elite.
Golly,
Juice
all right.
Robinson. Juice is there to take the pinfall.
you know what? I'm gonna go the same. I'm gonna go the Elite. Yeah, I peeped that already. Yeah, I peeped it already.
He looks like a goldfish, for real, for real.
Boy, T down.
God bless.
So Chad, you said the Elite,
Yeah, Golden Elite.
the Golden Elite. Gotcha. Golden Elite. Yeah, I'm gonna go the same way.
So you got 3 Elites and one BCG.
Who said you said hey, you said
I got Omega.
Bug said he wants the Bang Bang Gang. Pause.
he wants okay. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna also say I truly don't believe I'm gonna win this predictions championship on this pay-per-view. If I do, it will be by sheer luck, and I'm okay with that. But fuck it, let's go. We got the next match.
Yo, quiet as kept. All these shits is luck. Nobody knows the fuck any of these niggas be talking about.
That's how fucking
Nah,
You just
we be-
watch TV.
We're sometimes we be like Nostradamus about this shit. Come on now, give us some credit.
Nah, we dropped some hypotheses in this episode. We really might be foreshadowing some shit.
Bro, I predicted that Santana was coming back. How about that? And they were going to be in
You've
this
been
match.
championing. You've been the championing them coming
Completely
back. I
left
was like,
left field.
I forgot all about them.
Yo, I said a couple episodes ago that they updated the roster and put Powerful back up.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you did mention that. And the reason why I think I was so happy about it, because when I said this, I think I said it online, or I think I might have said it in an unmentioned website that we may frequent to view certain things. And in the forum, they were shitting on me, nah, he's still injured. He's not coming back. 2 seconds later, boom, on screen. I'm like, fuck y'all, bro. Drop my nuts right there in the chat.
Man took a year off to rehab that leg,
Word.
man. You know what I'm saying?
All that. And yo, it's very well documented that Santana and Ortiz, but specifically Santana, is one of my favorite guys, man. Bronx finest. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Glad to see he came back. But yeah, it's looking like the Elite. This is gonna be a fire match. It's gonna be a fire match, and this has
At the least.
implications. Yeah, this has implications for All Out written all over it. It could be 2 or 3 matches that come out of this shit. You know what I mean?
So we all had the so
We all have the Golden Elite except for
Kenny
Bullock.
Omega, Jay White is selling all out at that rate.
Kenny Omega who?
Omega and White is selling out. It's not selling out, but it's selling all out. If that's the case.
Yo, Omega White is talk about Bullet Club.
Fire.
Oh yeah, and we never mentioned it. Well, I'll mention it now. Next week for the Payback Predictions podcast, we're gonna have my boy Cartier on the episode doing predictions with us. So we have a wild card for someone that could actually win
Run off
the
with the
PPV championship from outside again.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck with that.
by Fashion Rebels.
Let's make it happen. He might tap dance on. Nah, we got to pay him big money for that. He ain't dancing, but he'll tell you all about it. So we'll see Cartier next week.
If I got a pause meter, we got to have a Griselda meter for Boog every time a Griselda
Yo, my bad, yo. I can't help it. I can't help what I like.
Guys
yo.
dropping all the names over here, man. Pick them up, yo.
My bad, bro. I'll leave it alone.
All right, we got coming
All right,
up.
next match we got finally a women's match, eh?
Dog, where's the TBS championship?
Come on, it's the women's title.
No,
It's the only
where's
match.
the TBS
Nah, they ain't putting
championship?
Chris Statlander on this
Somewhere
show,
on
bro.
Rampage.
This ain't a Chris Statlander pay-per-view.
That's
This ain't for
bullshit.
her, bro. They in her crowd. Jamie Hayter fans will boo her out of the stadium.
Who walks away with the Women's World Championship? We got Saraya. We have Toni Storm. We have Britt Baker. Two of those three are former champs. And then we have the Hikaru Shida, the defending women's champion. This is interesting, man. It's interesting. I can see Toni Storm, like, she's been doing probably the best character work of her career in the last short 2 or 3 weeks. She's
Before we
fun.
give our picks, can we all agree that even though Hikaru Shida is fantastic in this situation, she's a transitional champion? Could we at least agree on that before we give our picks? Am I wrong here?
I think the whole reason that she won the title was just to have her in front of people. But, like,
I wasn't gonna go that way, but
Let's get to it.
All right. Let's go.
I'm going Toni Storm.
My bad.
you going Toni Storm?
mhm.
I think she's retaining. She just won the belt. I don't think she's gonna lose it that quickly. That's just me.
You know what? It's not just you, Ron. I'm changing
Yo,
my
Chad
pick.
is-
I'm going Sheeta too.
Damn.
I'm going Sheeta too. I think the best, I just mentioned that she was in quarantine in front of nobody. I think the best way to really show some confidence for somebody who held it down then is to make sure she walks out of your biggest show now. Still champ. So Sheeta.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say
Don't you
they
say Saraya.
probably pay the other three a lot more, and I'm gonna go with the fact that they might put the belt on. I don't know. Saraya winning the championship would not be it right now. It's homegrown. I do see Tony Khan doing it, but I don't know about right now. I want to let Chad eat his dinner so bad, bro. I feel terrible, but I just don't know what to pick right now.
No, I'm just like I'm biting my tongue because I'm just like, yo, I'm so eager to just like get my pick out because I
Give
know.
your pick. Oh my God.
No,
All
I need
right.
you to go first. I need you to go first because it's contingent.
Yeah, I'm not switching no more picks. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
it's
it's.
contingent. You ain't stealing my pick, motherfucker.
I'm not sure if it's Britt. I'm really not sure. Britt needs a heater right now. Toni Storm's not winning that title again. So if it's either Saraya or Britt, golly, folks. Saraya's way too quiet on social media for it to be her. Sheeta retains.
Sheeta retains. We got 3 for Sheeta.
And this is how I know I'm about to become the next RSC predictions heavyweight champion. I'm going Sarai.
Damn.
80,000 people. Transitional champion Hikaru Shida. Amazing to walk to the ring and get that whole champion celebratory yay. But she's going to either take the pin or DMD's going to take the pin because DMD's already got one up on Soraya. And this brings us to the next match for the following week at All Out.
I respect that.
Win the championship.
Let Chad have his win, yo. God damn it. All right.
Soraya.
All right.
She wins. Sorry, Akara Shida. Transitional champions happen in AEW from time to time.
Hey, I'm the one that brought it up. I thought it, but it is what it is.
How many matches we got left? What, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boog, I know you don't have it in there. The shit Hook
Hook
versus,
match.
Yeah, the Hook match.
Oh, that's pre-show, right? Hook
Yeah,
versus
so let's just get that out the way now.
Hook against Perry.
Yeah, Hook against
Okay,
Perry.
Perry.
Yeah, Jack Perry.
You got Jack Perry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tough.
Actually going with Hook. And it's weird because last week they announced Jack Perry was going to retire
the title.
The FTW title.
And then he
So-
didn't show up on. Was he on?
Never heard from it ever again.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I think this story has legs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like you put.
That's
the
mad
FT
funny. I think it's over.
What do you do with Jack Perry after this?
Bro, they're fucked.
Luchasaurus. Him and Luchasaurus
Yeah.
become a tag team, a heel
Nah,
tag
he's
team.
He's going back to Christian
That's
Cage,
weird,
bro.
yeah.
He's
Nah,
going
they're
back to
gonna
Christian.
run.
That's
They're
what
gonna
doing.
run him and Hook a couple more times. This still has legs, man.
I think I'm gonna stick with Hook.
You got Hook. We got
Yeah,
both.
I got Hook.
The fans win, guys. No, fuck that. Bro, this is another one of those head scratchers. It really is, just because it's like who stands to gain more in this situation? Hook really, he's over with the fans. He ain't doing much, and Jungle Boy was literally in the worst position he could possibly be in after losing that whole feud with MJF after all he's been through. So I just feel like Jack Perry stands to gain more. So I'm going to go with Jack Perry.
Concur.
Jungle Jack.
Concur.
Gonna go 2-0 on Hook.
Yeah.
Hook is always going to be a babyface, so he doesn't really lose anything from this.
Yeah, he's gonna.
I don't even think he can get a clean finish. How about that?
Yeah, I
probably
respect
You
that.
know what? I think,
Probably not.
You know,
This is feet on the ropes. This is a handful of tights. This is poke to the eye, ref bump, stumble, but not completely
Back
out.
rake. Bring back the back
Jack
rake.
Perry has Hook's number type shit.
Yeah.
You know
I
what,
think
I'm
this. If we see any development from Hook, this is the nearest that we're gonna see it in this feud.
Right.
Strap
off-
match on Rampage in 2 weeks.
Based off your promo, based off what you said, Boogie, I'm changing my pick to Jack Perry.
Yo, it's got to be, because think about this. If he can't beat someone that's marginally bigger than him in Hook, and Hook is a pretty big dude for the smaller dudes, it's like, how are you going to beat anybody else? You're not credible. So they have to continue building this guy up. There's no way.
Yeah, Jack Perry didn't he's still getting his heel character together. It's not even all the way there yet. He ain't losing anytime soon.
Yeah.
He ain't a face. He's got to
the
win this match.
FTW championship is just is the perfect prop for him to just kind of go to the side and figure shit out because ain't nobody checking for it.
Sidebar topic. This might be maybe 3 weeks from now when we get back to our regularly scheduled topics. Who had the fastest fall from a main event to a pre-show?
Sheesh.
Don't think about it now, but it's something to think about when you talk about Jack Perry.
I mean, he was a Fugazi main event in the first place. We all knew that.
He had a main event pay-per-view title match at a big prominent pay-per-view, and now he's opening 12 o'clock at Wembley.
Yo, was that that wasn't even the main event though? It was the world title match, but it was
That was advertised as the world title main event.
Hey, man, there's a lot of people that aren't even on the
You know.
card. Shit, Fuego del Sol's not even in AEW anymore. You know what I mean? So, shit.
So
And
we
respect
got-
to
what's
him
the
because he
next
worked
match?
real hard, too.
Fuego. Who we got?
Next
Looks like
up.
the Bucks. Looks like the tag team.
Yeah, so here we go. This is, to me,
Is that what you're looking for?
to me, this is going to be in contention for I think I would say one of the top 3 matches of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, easily. They're definitely gonna get the time.
They got enough fucking piss and vinegar behind it for it to pop off if it needed
This
to.
is-
But
this is going a half hour minimum.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But we got
This damn near is one of the main events.
that's
no,
why I
for
left
sure.
it all on the tail end of the predictions.
For sure. For sure. This is definitely one of the main events. We have the Young Bucks challenging the team that they named FTR for the tag team championship of the world, man. I'm saying and new Young Bucks win. Ron.
I got FTR. What you got, Book?
Whew. I never want to bet. It's like me betting against the Red Sox right now. Like I'm a Red Sox fan. Like even though I have common sense, I don't want to put that energy in the air.
Somebody got to be a fan.
I really love FTR, yo. Let me just put this out here before I say my pick. I feel somehow, some way, but what do the Bucks get from winning these titles right now, moving forward? Besides the pop at Wembley, I'm just being real.
Listen, and this is why
They
I picked.
do.
This is why I picked FTR, because based off the last promo, Buck said it. It's like, yo, I don't need the title. It's like Bucks.
that was-
FTR needs the title. You know what I'm
That
saying?
was a giveaway, but it can also be a red herring because who's to say that just
Yo,
because this
Cash-
is a rubber match that this shit is over?
Cash is fighting through gun charges to be here. I'm betting on my boys, and I'm going with fucking FTR. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna lose this pay-per-view predictions anyway. I'm
No
going
flips,
down with my
just
people.
Clips, you heard?
Fuck
Just
it.
put it up in smoke. Put it up in the skunk lotto.
I'm going
pack.
down with
It's
my
outta
people,
here.
bro. That's it. Get me out of the predictions. FTR.
FTR. All right.
I'm going Bucks. They had a zinger against FTR when they said that line about drawing a blank.
Oh, that was a great back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't get a
They
chance
made
to
them.
watch that. They legit
brought them
felt
there, eventually.
heat there.
And all you have FTR saying is just like, I do this for our daughters and our families. And it's like, okay, guys, well, you guys clearly don't have the war of words being won. So FTR on Collision right now, tag team championships, there aren't really much competition. They've already given us Bullet Club and FTR, which I actually think would have been a kick-ass match, actually. Again, now that I sit back and watch it, I know I was tired of it, but that 2 out of 3 falls match definitely deserved another one.
That wasn't our fault. It was because it was a brand new show and we were seeing the same thing over and over. But go ahead.
Yes. We let time sit.
I liked it, but I seem to
and-
disagree with everybody.
Somebody's got to drink their coffee black. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's all right. It's
Yeah.
all right.
I haven't had half in my fridge in 2 weeks. You heard?
FTR Cash Wheeler situation, I think that's going to be a kerfuffle. And I believe that Young Bucks have more competition on Dynamite for tag teams than FTR do on Collision on Saturdays. So
That's
I think
true.
we're going Young Bucks for the win. Feel good. The Elite win the whole fucking pay-per-view. Happy-go-lucky. 80,000 people. It's all Elite.
Word up. $2, 2 FTR.
And I did say previously that the Bucks were going to be the ones out of the Elite to win a championship, or to win that night. So, whatever, guys. I'll take my L and catch you
So you're
at
sticking
it
with
all
FTR?
out. Yeah. I'm
Sticking
sticking
with
with FTR still. Yeah, I'm not gonna turn on my people. I've actually made money with them, so why the fuck go against them? You know what I mean?
There you go.
All right, I'm done dropping names so Chad doesn't fucking lose
2
it on
more
me. But
matches.
to me
more
personally,
matches.
no CM Punk stan shit because I'm not a CM Punk stan. This could be match of the night. Just throwing it out there.
That's interesting. I feel like it's going to be the bathroom break sleeper of the night because that's unfortunately the role that Samoa Joe gets slotted in a lot of the times in high-profile pay-per-views.
These
gonna
dudes
be
are
a
gonna
good
beat
one,
the
though.
shit out of each other.
It's going to be
If that's
good.
if that's the case, then you know to go to the bathroom before this match because this is gonna slap. This is gonna slap. On their side, they have obviously that 15-year history, their trilogy in Ring of Honor. They just had the recent match on Collision as part of the Owen Hart Cup. But they have time here. They had TV time restraints for the last one. They have time here. They got a big ass crowd. They know each other very, very well. They trust each other so they can lay it in a little bit more. The real world champion, CM Punk, I love the fact that this is still in quotations. I love the fact that the announcers still say so.
This is the MTV Real World
Yeah,
Championship.
yeah. I love the way that they're treating this. I don't understand why MJF hasn't on camera addressed it or mentioned it yet, but whatever. We'll get there when we get there. But other than that, he's defending that Real World Championship, whatever it's worth, against the still the TV champ, Ring of Honor TV champ. I'm going Punk. Definitely going Punk. He beat Samoa Joe for the first time. He's going to prove that it's not a fluke this time. And seeing as how the World Championship is on his shoulder, but it is also on the line here for whatever that's worth, Samoa Joe does not have a Real World Champion on his in his Magic 8 Ball. It doesn't make any sense.
It's interesting. He has a real television.
He has a real title. He just doesn't have the Real World title. You know?
He's got a real title. It's just not the real.
Yeah, but I mean,
real title.
This is the match is going to slap, but Samoa Joe winning that title doesn't make any sense. So
No, it doesn't. I think we unanimously have Punk on this, but
yeah.
it could be crazy.
Yeah, I got Punk too. Yeah, he's not
come
losing.
on, somebody
that
jump
title.
out there and pick Joe. Go ahead.
Not me. Not
Pick young Joseph.
I love
Samoan
Samoa Joe, but since he has that TV title, he's not winning like a AEW title until he loses that TV title. He's on shit. He's had his title for a minute already, so he's on a good little run with that. Yeah, let that
Unanimous.
Real World title breathe.
Unanimous. Punk.
Everybody got Punk.
You too, Chad?
Go ahead, pick
Like
Joe.
Mussolini.
Yeah, go ahead, pick Joe.
Yeah, you know it's CM Punk.
Word.
All right.
It's got to be.
Yeah, Punk across the board. Match is
That
gonna
brings
slap.
us to
There ain't no drama there.
the draw of the 80,000 plus crowd. Drum roll, please. Brrr, whatever. Here we go.
In front of 80,000 people.
Yeah.
World Championship tings right here. This
The
is
real World Championship.
Yeah, the real World Champion.
Notice it says the AEW World Championship, and that would be the name of the promotion.
There you go. And it's not in quotations.
With an X.
Love
Right.
it.
Like the X Division.
Yeah. MJF defending against Adam Cole. MJF's winning this. He's definitely retaining this title. But again, the story here, the interesting part about this is who turns on who, how do we get there, what happens at the end, who aligns with who. Maybe they walk out and shake hands. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Who's going to be the heel by the time we get to this match? We'll see. But MJF will retain against Adam Cole.
I have MJF. I think we all said this a while ago. We see MJF having this title for a very long time. And besides that, I feel like when they start, maybe not, when they started like this whole thing with him and Adam Cole, they maybe didn't think it was gonna have legs, but it got some legs, man. And it's one of the greatest things I've seen right now.
Yeah.
It has everything. It's like a damn drama, man. Has
Sometimes you're in the right
comedy
place
drama.
at the right time.
Absolutely.
This is that.
So let MJF retain this, and then they can still, I guess, stay. Man, like Adam Cole called him his brother now. So it's like, and like now they're going back and forth with this. So I definitely want to see this. I want to see this keep going, man. So yeah, I got MJF.
Yeah, I got MJF. I feel like MJF has been talking about like winning clean. He wants to beat him clean in the middle of the ring. And I know that could be dropping seeds to him turning, but I also believe that Adam Cole's going to be the one to turn. So maybe it could be a disqualification. I don't know. Maybe MJF wins by disqualification because Adam Cole does something to turn on him and gets caught or some weird shit, but whatever. I'm not going to go crazy and pick what's going to happen. I think MJF's going to retain.
I'm winning this pay-per-view predictions title back. MJF, Adam Cole, time limit draw. No turn. Happy ending.
You think they're going to have a time limit draw
They're
again?
doing an
Yep.
hour on
I
top
think
of
they'll have
the rest of
another
this
time
card.
limit draw just to save face after winning the Ring of Honor tag titles. They're going to go the draw again, and that's going to just have the crowd in an uproar. But at the same time, It's going to save face. MJF retains. Adam Cole doesn't really lose. They get to be the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions and give the people what they want at the end of the show, which is both of them raising their hands in the air with title belts high and mighty. And the Kingdom just upset. No turn, no nada. In fact, I'm going to say that CM Punk and Samoa Joe pair up and take the tag titles from the both of them at All Out. And we don't even get Adam Cole MJF 3. I'm out.
Dog, if you gonna gamble, roll the dice. God damn.
I'm heavy in the sports betting, man. I'm running it up. Let's go.
That's wild, bro.
That's a wild prediction. You just said that they go a 60-minute time limit draw.
Bro, there's
As the
19 matches. You think they're going to get 60 minutes? They're going to get 30 at most.
World title matches is 60 minutes.
No matter what?
Yeah, I think it's always 60 minutes. 60-minute time limit draw.
Yeah, nigga. You want to lock that in or
Yeah,
not?
I think it's always for the main event.
It's always 60 minutes.
Yeah, because dude, it's a lot of matches on this card, man. I don't know if they're
That's what I'm
gonna.
saying. You think it's going to be 60 minutes? You think they're really going to do 60 minutes with all these matches?
No,
there's
I
11
think
matches.
They're gonna do a draw.
Yeah.
Shiesty finish, but MJF retains.
So it's no draw.
/ MJF retains on a shiesty finish.
No,
Oh,
pick
no,
the
hell
Either
no.
going with the draw.
Yo, then fuck it. I'm going to say, MJF wins / Adam Cole wins.
Yo, right?
Nah,
One thing I can tell you for sure, one of them is going to win.
One of them about to win this shit.
That's a
Seen that
family
match?
fact.
yeah.
Who you going with, man? Time limit draw?
MJF wins 30.
Nigga got shook.
All right.
Damn.
This man booked the territory and doubled back in 13 seconds.
You know what? I want to be surprised. Hey, MJF still says he's like these like the people's scumbags or
Scumbag.
whatever. So he probably will find a way to win. Win dirty.
So
I
wait,
can- I
is
think I
All
can
Out
see
the same
that.
weekend as Payback?
No,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
One Saturday, one Sunday.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
All Out is Sunday.
All right, cool.
And they charging 50 of them things both weeks, AEW.
I got an app for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well,
We on that.
You know what I'm saying? Salutations, milady.
My peoples.
So
Get our exit survey.
Ringside Club, we got the predictions. The predictions are locked. Nobody's changing shit.
Listen, if anybody was tuned in at all, I'm glad we could take you away from anything that you're experiencing today with all this crazy shit going on, but we got an exit survey.
There's Barrett. Do we have an
exit survey?
I thought it was gonna be. I think we could just do that question that we talked about in the chat.
Do it. I'm
Oh,
about to pull
word.
up the chat right now.
Yeah, let's do that. So there was I'm sure everybody saw it. There was a nice little poll or questionnaire, some graphics that went out earlier this week
Oh, word. Okay.
about if you were signing a contract with the following 5 promotions, what would your choice be?
and
Let me
then
see if I can pull this up real quick. Here it is.
I got it right here if you want me to read it.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so WWE contract for 5 years, salary 100,000, role developmental, mentor HBK, bonus 5-time wage increase if you are called up. Then we have AEW. This is a 3-year contract for 150,000. Your role is a mid-carder. Your mentor is QT Marshall, and your bonus is you can work for any other promotion you'd like. Indie promotion, excuse me. Then you got Ring of Honor, New Japan, 8-year contract. So they're trying to lock you down for 2 high school, stints of your life. $100,000. Your role would be a main eventer though, and your mentor would be Katsuyori Shibata, and your bonus would be you'll be the new leader of the Bullet Club.
I know which one AO is picking off top.
Yeah, Ao's there. He moved. He already has an apartment. He's gonna live in one of them little like capsules.
Ayo.
Anyway,
AO Saka.
yeah, Ao's okay. Then we have the ROH contract, 3 years, $60K, a little less money. Your role is main eventer. Your mentor is Christopher Daniels, and you would be the guaranteed ROH champion for at least a little bit. Then we have finally Impact Wrestling. God bless. Contract 2 years, $60,000. Your role will be in the X division. Your mentor would be Tommy Dreamer, who's, I think, a great mentor. And your bonus would be creative freedom.
I feel like I know everyone's decision, and I can't wait to do this real quick. This is gonna be fucking hysterical.
All right, so here's the thing. What's your pick, and then what would your second pick be? What's the second best offer? I'm going WWE.
Not what I expected, but
Yeah,
that's
I'm
okay.
going WWE. I'm down there with some say who the GOAT is, HBK. But of course, my second pick, Bullet Club, baby. I'm over in New Japan. That's the second best offer. The only thing that turned me off of that is 8 years is crazy. 8 years is crazy.
You
But-
definitely the leader of Bullet Club.
Yeah, leader of Bullet Club raises your stock. So once that 8 years is up, as long as you still got knees and a back, you can go over there and get some bread.
That's what I was kind of thinking too.
Having taken chops from fucking Ishii for fucking 6 months out the year.
Bleeding inside my chest. But yeah, WWE. Ron.
Yo, I had the same picks. WWE, and
New
then
Japan?
I saw
And then-
Ron
and
going to
then-
NXT. Ron being an NXT nigga.
listen. May tell you something, man. You getting 160. No, I'm sorry. It was. Hold on.
I think it's like 100, but you can go up 5 times.
100,000,
if
and then you can
called
go up 5 times that, and
Yeah.
it's only 5 years. Yo, yeah, WWE.
And if you do all right there, if your contract ends, you can go get some indie money just off your WWE name, so you straight.
Yep, there you
I'm
go.
going to be real about this. I already make way more money than the bottom two contracts, so I would never sign for either of those promotions. I don't have to wrestle, so
Bruh,
it makes no
I
sense.
saw Tommy Dreamer and Creative Freedom, and I said Boog's going to Impact.
Nah, hell
Boog is
no.
gonna
I
be
make
the
more money.
X Division champion.
I don't
Boog's gonna
even
be
got
the
to
X
sweat
Division
right now, and
champion.
they make more money. I'm good.
Boog will be X Division champion running amok in the X Division.
I'm never moving to Japan for any reason, and it's just because my lifestyle is just different, and I'm too big for Japan. I don't feel like I would fit in over there.
What you mean Vader and Bam Bam was over there, bro? You good?
Nah, I feel you, but you know what I'm saying? I move a little different. I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. but yeah, AEW seems like it would be the place for me just because AEW is the place for pretty much all of us. I think we all love it there. But I think I would much rather be in WWE developmental than I would be in AEW mid-carder because that's the Black Death. So I'm going to sign with WWE. Second is AEW.
I'm going AEW and Impact. I'm going to do the alternative because I'm going to work my way up and I'm going to main event a Collision. I'm going to have great matches. I'm going to be international champion, have extensive reign, and that'll raise my stock to eventually go to WWE. Impact, I don't really care for Tommy Dreamer, but I'll at least be a champion. And I'll have creative freedom. And I'll probably be the face of Impact.
Yo, I never
Catch
thought
me
I'd say
over
it,
in
but
Japan at Ribera's Steakhouse. Feel me?
Chad Law, future X Division champion. You know what I'm saying? See how
You
life
feel
comes
me?
full circle?
You feel me? I need the real
young,
world title.
Young Godiva.
You know what I'm saying? And with that,
It's been real, folks.
it's been a good episode, gentlemen. I mean, we've been through some shit today. Glad we could laugh. Glad we could talk. Glad we could predict. And me even predicting my own loss. So, hey, let's see if I'm right on that one.
You're going to
But,
see.
San Diego, it's all love. I don't hate anybody today. Except for COVID. You son of a bitch. We out.
Peace.
Gang, gang. Until all out.
Yes, sir.